Okay, what if I told you there's a breakfast? A breakfast that can keep you completely, totally full and energized for 11 straight hours. And what if I told you it costs just a few dollars? Yeah, you heard me right. Let's dive into this because this is an absolute game changer.
Now, this is not about starving yourself or some crazy diet. Nope. This is about a very specific, time-tested meal that just flips a switch and turns off your hunger. We're talking no snack cravings, no mid-morning crash, and you don't need an ounce of willpower. So how on earth is that even possible?
Well, the secret really lies in understanding why most of the breakfasts we eat are frankly designed to fail. Seriously, they set us up for a big crash just a couple of hours later. So let's look at the problem and then the absolutely brilliant solution.
So take a look at this. On one side, you've got the Western breakfast roller coaster. Think about it. Cereal, toast, maybe a smoothie. They all put you on this wild blood sugar ride. You get a quick spike of energy, and then bam, a hard crash. But the traditional Japanese breakfast, it creates what you see here, a satiety plateau. Just a long, stable, steady release of energy that keeps you feeling great all day long.
And you know, this is not some new fad diet that just popped up. This is an ancient formula. We're talking Japanese grandmothers perfecting this stuff centuries ago. And modern science is only now catching up and confirming just how incredibly effective it is. So what's actually in this $3 miracle meal?
Here they are, the 5 core components. You've got grilled mackerel, some short grain rice, a bowl of miso soup, natto, and pickled vegetables. Now each one of these plays a super specific, absolutely crucial role in getting you to that 11-hour mark. So let's break down exactly why this combination is pure genius. We're calling this section the 5 pillars of fullness for a reason. Each one of these ingredients is like a pillar holding you up all day. And the science behind how they all work together, well, it really boils down to 3 key principles. First up, we've got the secret weapon, fermented foods. And that's not just one thing. It covers the miso soup, the natto, and the pickled veggies. They are all loaded with probiotics that slow your digestion way down and help regulate your hunger hormones. So for hours and hours, your gut is just sending this clear, calm signal to your brain that says, hey, we're good up here. No more food needed. All right, pillar number 2, whole protein. That beautiful piece of mackerel gives you about 20 grams of super high quality protein and omega-3s. But the key word here is unprocessed. Your body actually has to work harder and use more energy to break it down, which means you get this sustained fuel, not that quick, cheap jolt you get from a protein powder. And the third principle, it's all about using the right kind of carbs. That short grain rice has a lower glycemic index. So when you pair it with the protein and the fat from the fish, you create this incredibly smooth, slow-burning source of energy. It is the perfect example of how carbs should work, a steady fuel, not some fleeting sugar rush. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds amazing, but it also sounds complicated and probably expensive. Nope, not at all. Let's get really practical and see how you can make this fit into a super busy modern life without, breaking the bank. $3, I'm not kidding, that is it. The mackerel was about $1.50, the rice is maybe 30 cents a serving, and the miso, natto, and pickles altogether maybe another $1.20. Now compare that to a $7 or $8 coffee and pastry that leaves you starving by 10 a.m. It's a no-brainer. And the prep time? It's surprisingly simple. Seriously, on Sunday, just grill up your fish for the week, make a big batch of miso soup base, then every morning your rice can be fresh and ready in about 8 minutes, and the natto and pickles, you literally just open the containers and put them on a plate. It is unbelievably efficient. And hey, don't worry if you can't find these exact ingredients. It's the formula that really matters. So this slide shows you some easy swaps. Can't find mackerel? Try salmon or even sardines. Not a fan of natto? Go for kimchi or sauerkraut. The core principle stays the same. Fermented food plus a whole protein plus a complex carb. You got this. So we've covered the why, we've covered the how, but does it actually work in the real world? Let's look at the proof. Let's look at a typical day and the real tangible benefits you can expect. This timeline just lays it all out, plain and simple. You eat breakfast at 7 a.m. By 10 a.m., when everyone else is rummaging for snacks, you feel nothing. Zero temptation. Noon rolls around, still no hunger pangs. Even at 2 in the afternoon, your energy is just stable and strong. It wasn't until 6 p.m. that a very gentle hunger finally set in, a full 11 hours later. This wasn't a battle of wills. My body just wasn't asking for more food. It was incredible. And you know what? The science backs this feeling up 100%.
studies that compare different dietary patterns consistently show that a traditional Japanese-style breakfast scores way higher on satiety than a typical Western breakfast. The combination just plain works better at telling your body you're full.
So what's the real payoff here? I mean, beyond just feeling full. It's saving actual money, like 15 to 20 bucks a week on snacks you don't need anymore. It's having consistent energy without that afternoon crash. It's getting rid of that nagging brain fog. And honestly, it's about actually enjoying a real, satisfying breakfast again.
You know, ultimately, this whole thing taps into some really profound cultural wisdom. It's about shifting your entire relationship with food. It's about eating until you're satisfied, not stuffed. And it's about seeing food as functional fuel for your body. It is such a simple change, but it has a massive impact. So here is my challenge to you. Just try this once. Seriously, just once. Go to an Asian market, get the ingredients, and follow the formula. And then just pay attention to your body. I am genuinely curious to hear what happens. Let me know in the comments. What time do you usually get hungry after your normal breakfast? Let's see if you can crush that 11-hour mark.